Today, I made my homemade meatloaf, okay? Now, what I'm doing right now is preparing my meat because all of it was literally like hard, not hard, but frozen. My bad. It was frozen. So I had to like get the chunks up out of there and make it, you know, like soft. Yeah, I had to do that. And I did that because I wanted to make sure that the meat cooked all the way through. So as you can see, yep, your girl putting her egg in there. I put 2 eggs depending on how much meat I have. So went ahead and put them eggs up in there. Okay. Right here, as you can see, I am preparing my bell pepper because bell pepper and onions must go on up in there, okay? It has to go inside of your meatloaf. I do not cook my meatloaf without it. If it don't have bell peppers and onions in it, it is not a meatloaf. And I usually put mushrooms in there, but I didn't have no portobellos today. So I just went ahead and just started chopping them on up in there. And this is the way that I prepare my meal, my meatloaf. There go my onion. So, you got to chop your onion up and you got to, put it in the meatloaf as well. As I just told you, I must chop it up that way. And that's just what I like to do. My father taught me how to use this method. And to me, it's just much easier to chop it like that versus just chopping it up one by one. I just don't have time to do it like that. So this is the way that I chop my onions up. And it makes it a whole lot faster. So as I was saying, this is what's easier for me. And you see how the onions just flow on off? Like they just already diced. You ain't got to do it. That's why I like to do it that way. I think my father taught me this at 8 years old. And I really appreciated him because ever since then, this is the only way that I cut my onions. And there is no other way for me to do it. This is much easier for me. And that's just the way I do it. I don't have time to slice, and then chop, chop, chop. Get that shit done and out the goddamn way. Okay. Right here, this is where the magic happens, okay? You got to put them crackers up in there. I was raised to use the ends of the bread, but I ain't feel like using the ends of the bread. So, I do crackers. It doesn't matter if it's Ritz crackers, white crackers. It doesn't matter which type of crackers it is, as long as you put some crackers in it. Now, the crackers in the bread, what happens is it makes it stick together. So this is how you can make your meatloaf. And you just look at that. You just make love to it. You know what I mean? You got to make love to it. You got to make sure all them ingredients is just mixed in there, baby. Okay. All the ingredients must be mixed in. And this is how I do it. I had to get a picture of that, because this is the way that I start preparing. And you get ready to mold your hamburger down. And yeah, you got to get prepared to mold it down. It must be molded into a whole bun shape. Now, the reason why I split mine in half is because I like to add something really good to it, which I learned this on Facebook like 5 years ago, and I've been making my meatloaf ever since then that way. Now, as far as the ingredients and the bell pepper and onion and the crackers and all of that, that's normal. Everybody know with the eggs, this is what you got to do. Okay, so we're not going to get that twisted. But far as the ingredient that I am going to add in here, yeah, I have to split it up. Now, them mashed potatoes, baby, them mashed potatoes is finna be so mashed and good and soft. Everything I do, it has to be from scratch. If it's not from scratch, it is not it. I do not do boxed anything. Boxed mashed potatoes, boxed macaroni, boxed greens, boxed nothing.